Hello, and welcome to episode 155 of Rivers Arcade Review. My name is Ed. This channel is dedicated to the client-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'm doing a viewer request. Today's game was requested by the viewer PAC-MAN FAN 2008, and the game they requested was Paperboy. Paperboy was released in 1984 by Atari. My first time playing this game was at Games Galore Arcade inside of Evergreen Plaza Mall in Evergreen Park, Illinois. Paperboy is a platform game in which you control a paperboy on a bicycle with a special handlebar controller and a throw button. This game takes place on a suburban street in which you need to deliver newspapers to a series of customers on said street. You need to deliver these newspapers all while avoiding multiple obstacles. The game begins with the difficulty select screen. You can choose from 3 different difficulties. Your 3 choices are Easy Street, which is the easiest, Middle Road, which is the medium difficulty, and Hard Way, which is the most difficult. Choosing Middle Road will grant you 2 times scoring, and choosing Hard Way will grant 3 times scoring. Once you choose your difficulty, the gameplay will begin. You'll first get an overview map of the neighborhood. 10 orange and gray houses will appear on the map. These houses are the customers that you need to deliver the newspapers to. After the customer houses appear, 10 black houses will appear. These houses are non-customers which you don't need to deliver to. After the map disappears, gameplay will begin. Your paper route begins with the Monday delivery. You need to push the handlebar controller forward to make your character move faster and pull rearward to slow or stop. Rotating the handlebars left or right will move your character in those directions respectively. Pressing the button will cause your character to throw a newspaper. You need to throw the newspaper sparingly because you have a limit of 10 papers you can carry in your bike, although you can pick up replacements throughout your route. The newspapers will always be thrown to the left. The houses you need to deliver papers to will be the colored houses with hello on the porch mats. You need to throw a newspaper onto the porch of said houses. You will earn extra points if you throw the newspaper into the paper box. You need to use caution not to damage any windows, lights, or flowers, because if you do any damage to a customer's house, you will lose them as a customer. The non-customers will have black houses, and most will have get lost on their porch mats. You are able to turn the tables on non-customers by intentionally damaging their houses by throwing papers and breaking their windows as well as other items. You earn extra points for causing damage to the black houses. In addition to delivering the newspapers, you will need to avoid a large number of obstacles that will harm your paperboy. These obstacles include, but are not limited to, signposts, shrubs, trash cans, fire hydrants, fences, cars, kids on big wheels, brick flower boxes, radio-controlled cars, breakdancers, lawn mowers, sewer grates, dogs and cats, trees, fighters, stumbling drunk, rolling tires, skateboarders, a kid placing firecrackers, construction barriers, bird baths, statues, a Grim Reaper, homeowners, as well as a woman pushing a shopping cart, although the last 5 I mentioned will only appear in medium or hard mode. Riding into any of these items will cause you to crash and will cost you a life. In addition to the obstacles, if you are moving too slow, a swarm of bees will fly at you, and when they catch you, you will also lose a life. If you crash with no extra lives, your game will end and you will get a display of a newspaper with the headline "Paperboy Calls It Quits." A little bonus item: if you have no satisfied customers after Monday's delivery, all 10 will cancel, although you will get a second chance with 5 new customers. This trick will only work for Easy Street, and it will not work for Middle Road or Hard Way. If all of your customers cancel their subscriptions, you'll get a headline stating "Paperboy fired" and your game will end. Once you pass the 10th house on the block, you'll come upon a street. There will be speeding cars that will be driving from left to right on said street. You need to time your character's crossing of the street to avoid the cars, because if you contact one of the cars, you'll crash and lose a life. When playing on medium difficulty, the cars will drive from right to left, making it harder to time their passing. When playing on the hard difficulty, there will be motorcycles driving from left to right on the street. These motorcycles will change their speeds, making it harder for you to time your crossing the street. Once you pass the 10th house on the second block, you will cross another street, although this one will have no cars on it. Once you cross the street, you will enter the training course. Once you enter the training course, your stock of papers will automatically regenerate to 10 papers. There will also be a timer that begins at 5,000 points and will continuously click down at approximately 500 points every 1 1/3 second. Once you cross the start line, the training course will begin. Throughout the training course, you will need to throw newspapers at a series of targets. You need to throw papers sparingly because you are limited to the same 10 papers like the regular part of the game. Although there are no newspaper bundles to replenish your stock, if you successfully jump a ramp, your stock will return to 10 papers. If you successfully make it to the end of the training course, you will earn bonus points based on the time you have left and how much breakage you had during the main game. If you crash or run out of time during the training course, the round will end, although you won't lose a life and you will only receive the breakage bonus. After the training course ends, the delivery map from before will once again appear and will display your delivery report. The number 250 will appear next to each of your customers. If you fail to deliver a newspaper to your customer or if you damage their property in any way, they will cancel their subscription and the number will disappear. You'll be awarded 250 points for every satisfied customer and you will advance to the next day, which is Tuesday. If you succeed in having a perfect delivery, no matter how many houses, you'll be rewarded with a resubscriber. Each time you complete a day's delivery, you will advance to the next day, which will have more and more obstacles to contend with, as well as a tougher training course. Once you complete Saturday's delivery, you will face the Sunday delivery. Sunday's delivery will be a bit tougher because Sunday's papers will be heavier just like a traditional Sunday paper, so they will not fly as far when you throw them, so you will need to take this into account when you throw them. Once you reach the end of the training course on Sunday, you will get a final congratulation as well as a congratulatory balloon release. You'll receive a bonus for every extra life. Once you receive your bonus points, you'll see the delivery map one last time, and if you have at least one successful delivery, you will get a congratulatory headline stating "Congratulations Paperboy," and your game will end. This game is one of Atari's early attempts using speech, although it wasn't as clear as other games at the time.
Whoa, where am I?
Scoring for the game is as follows. You'll earn 100 points for successfully delivering a newspaper and 250 points for throwing a newspaper into the paper box. You'll earn 100 points for damaging houses of non-customers and an additional 25 points for consecutive damage up to 250 points. You'll earn 200 points for hitting any person and 200 points for each dirt jump. You'll also earn 3,000 points for every remaining life. All scores will be doubled if you play on the medium difficulty and tripled if you play on hard difficulty. I enjoyed playing this game, although I was never good at it, and would recommend playing it, especially if you can find it in an arcade setting, since emulation doesn't do the game justice due to the arcade special handlebar controllers. I like this game more than Rock and Roll, but not as much as Jump Bug, so Paperboy delivers itself into the 88th position overall. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos every Sunday.